goat cheese super fudge. Chocolate sensation.
Yes.
Snickers, lovely. But chocolate is a wonderful food. The difference between cocoa and cacao is when it's all raw. Yeah, so it's not being processed or heat treated or anything else. If as soon as it has been heat treated, it then becomes cocoa. So it becomes a cocoa bean or cocoa powder. So you can have the whole bean, which we saw a picture of, and if you were to just cut that up, you would end up with cacao nibs. Yeah? So that's just literally the cocoa bean just crushed up, dried a bit, dried in the sun, mashed up. And if you press it really, really hard and squeeze out all the fat, you get cacao butter. This is your cacao butter, so this is the fat that comes out. And what's left behind is something called cacao liquor, which I have in another one, thank you very much. So this, slightly melted, and again this has been put into little drops to make it easier to measure out. You can also get it in big blocks. So this is mainly the cocoa solids, but we'll have a little bit of the butter left in it. Yeah, so it's not totally dry. It will have a little bit of fat. When the liquor is dried even further and more fat is pressed out, that's when you get the dried cacao powder. Yeah. So this is the dark stuff. This is when you're looking for your 60% on bar or your 90% off bar, or whatever bar is your favourite tipple. Yeah. So this is it in powder form. So this is in dry form. So when you're using this to make chocolate, you need to add a lot more fat. Yeah. You can use this to make chocolate, and we'll be making chocolate in 3 different ways. You need a little bit of fat, but not as much. Yeah. And the fats you can add, or the fats that we'll be adding today, for one recipe we'll be using cacao butter, and for another one we'll be using coconut oil. And the other thing I've got is yacon syrup. And this is actually a natural prebiotic, meaning that it actually feeds the probiotics in your gut. And you need probiotics, your good bacteria in your gut, to help you stay healthy. And this helps feed it. Now this is a sweet syrup, but it actually, because of its formulation, it bypasses the system where it raises blood sugar levels. So it doesn't interfere with blood sugar level at all. It just goes straight through it. The main reason for using a liquid is because we're not going to heat any of the ingredients very much. We're just going to melt them and mix it all together and pour it into molds. So to actually use something granular takes a lot more heating for everything to dissolve, and it can end up a little bit grainy. So it's a lot easier to use a syrup to start with than anything else. We've got 6 different hobs here, and when we come to do it, there's some water in the pan on each hob, and there's a bowl over the top to make a bain-marie. Yeah. So what we're going to do is put the different ingredients into the top pan, and heat the water to create a steam and a mild heat. What we don't want to do is to actually get the water to hit the bottom of the bowl with your ingredients in it. And when the water actually hits the bowl, it can mean that the actual chocolate goes grainy. And once it starts to go grainy or a bit lumpy, there's no way you can get it smooth again. But the idea is that it just melts very slowly. So it's practicing patience with raw chocolate. And if you weigh your ingredients that you need to melt first, put them into the top one, and then just gently, once the water's on, just gently let that simmer away. The temptation is to actually boil the water as fast as possible, but again, that can lead it to go a bit grainy. Once you've actually done all the melting bit, you can flavour it. Now, in terms of flavouring, we've got some lemon extract, organic lemon extract. We've got some organic vanilla, and we've got some organic peppermint. There are some essential oils that you can use as to flavour things like chocolate, but you have to be very, very, very careful. Yeah, you cannot overdo it with essential oils. So it's only, I would say, if you're desperate to try a wild orange or I don't know, grapefruit or something else, then we can look at the oils. And in terms of your syrup may well add some particular flavour as well. So obviously a maple flavoured syrup is going to add a maple flavour. Mm-hmm. Right, should we get to it for our first recipe?